level and sort of in LAN tournaments as well. But there's still a question mark over whether they want how long they're going to really keep him on this team.
Yeah, I mean, Stiko, I think, has been announced as a full-time member of the team, whereas Hadji, as far as I can tell, they're probably trialing or standing in, but not going to wax lyrical about that any longer because the first game of the day is ready, Trav. Oh, I'm licking my lips, and I'm really excited to get into the action. So much on the line. These teams play hundreds of matches of Counter-Strike in their career, but few will be as important as this one. Pistol Round live. It's Anubis, Trav. 9 Pandas starts on the CT side. Monte on the T side. This is a good map for both of these teams. Happy hunting ground indeed. So it should be an evenly contested game.
Yeah, I can quickly tell you how the veto went down as well. It was 9 Pandas to drop Vertigo, Monte to drop Inferno, Monte drops Dust 2, 9 Pandas drop Mirage, 9 Pandas drop Ancient, and then Monte drops Nuke to play Anubis in this best of one. And already we're going in for a fast mid play. With Item Balance not showing himself as of yet, and it might work out for him. Ooh, a chance at 2. Only gets 1, and Shalfie with the dualies. That's a big kill from Sticko. And going through camera towards the A bomb site, actually, by the looks of things, and they're already met by a couple of players, so they might be forced elsewhere.
Yeah, really nice misdirection. A nice pivot here coming through from Monte. They saw the numbers stacked up on the A bomb site and they realized, okay, that is not where we want to try and end up in the round. Further damage inflicted by Waro as well, just locking it down in towards mid. Bomb plant will come through, and Pistol Round looking locked in here for the T side. I don't think there's a way back in for 9 Pandas, as low as a couple of the players are. No kits either. Chloe's going to edge his way forward, but he's just taking more damage, and that's going to be the end of the Pistol Round. You might as well save your Kevlar at this point. But Dilladez is dead. Tlax has nothing to save, and, well, God will not save him either.
No, Sticko. That's a great start to the qualifier for him. Quad kill on the pistol. Always liked Sticko as a player. Maybe his individual level and his stats aren't the most impressive in World Counter-Strike, but I think he's a very good clutch player. Obviously, we know he's a very smart player. Well, his YouTube content tells you all you need to know about how he thinks about the game. And, yeah, I think he is a good stabilizer for Monte. Obviously, remains to be seen about Hadji, and obviously there are going to be some interesting games coming up in this tournament with Hadji. He'll be playing against his former team, 3D Max, later on tonight. This afternoon. It's going to be an interesting one. Fun one to talk about.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about 9 Pandas here a little bit, and I'm just wondering about the timing of the roster change, benching Seized and bringing Shelfie into the mix, knowing that they were on the brink of playing for EPL. You know, they were in the playoffs, weren't able to make it happen there from the playoffs of Challenger League. Wouldn't it have been better for them to just stick it out with these for a few more days instead of making the roster change on the eve of the qualifier?
Yeah, I get what you mean. And honestly, I've even heard arguments, people saying, well, why haven't you stuck with Seeds till the next major qualifier as well? Because obviously they made the last major, just very sadly couldn't play in it. So
yeah,
why change something if you've already qualified for the last one? Maybe you can qualify for the next one. I understand wanting to keep on top of the team, wanting to perhaps take an opportunity that's there in front of you, and I don't blame them in the slightest for taking the opportunity on Shalfie. But yeah, it's an interesting argument.
Just the timing is a peculiar one, man.
Yeah.
Either way, let's shift our focus back onto the game here because we've got an important gun round. 9 Pandas going to look to get themselves on the board here. Rifles across the board for both of these teams. And it is going to be a bit of a lean in towards the A side here. Default early on. Going to be watching those smokes closely on 9 Pandas. You know, it's really important to count the smokes when you're on the T side so that you have a good idea of what sort of util the CTs have left at their disposal. And 9 Pandas have actually done quite well to hold on to majority of their smokes up until this point, not using them too early in the round. They look compelled. They look like they want to make a play through A main, and Tlax will take down Demka, and Krasnal falls as well. They get out of dodge too, and that's a lovely little spurt of aggression coming through from the CT side.
Oh, and Sticker's going to get caught by Dilladez as well. That's a thing that I've been speaking about quite a lot when I've been casting Anubis lately. It's just the difference in CT aggression now. Of course, we know that the map is very T-sided. If you kind of stay static, if you lose an opening kill, it's one of the hardest maps to kind of recover it, in my eyes. But yeah, I think...
As the CTs?
Yeah, if you try, trying to recover it from the CT side, it's like...
Yeah.
If you're picked down, it's very, very difficult to find a way back in. But that's
You
why...
basically just have to gamble stack.
Exactly, and that's why going for this sort of play early on, right? Going for that aggression. Oh, poor Warriors tagged down to 11 now. Yeah, going for that sort of aggression, going for the smokes down toward the canals, going for the flashes over the top to go for some peaks. It's why it can be so impactful, and Diladez makes sure Warrior 2K can't get away, and it's the ideal start on the CT gun round, all 5 alive.
Yeah, and they've saved 4 AKs as well, so that's certainly going to bolster the firepower here. Monte, they actually probably going to force buy. I mean, they could save, and they'll have a buy in the next on 4 of the 5 players. Justico will have to settle for a Galil, but they don't want any of that. They want to try make it happen. Or is it just Krasnal? Okay, never mind. Krasnal just baiting me there. Hero AK. And then a late decision to force. Guys, can we make a decision here a bit earlier on, please? Making me look like a clown.
You're a lovable one, though, so all good.
Mate, you still called me a clown. What? That's crazy. Trav, I'm going to see you in a few days. We're going to have words, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
Not that the good people know why. It's still a secret, isn't it?
Yeah, but the more we
It
talk
does have
about
something to do with ESL, though.
the more we talk about it, the less it'll be a secret, so...
Well, that's okay. I feel like we can start to drop hints at this point.
I know. Anyway, Monte with this investment, can they do anything with it? The problem is that utility is now very, very limited. 1 minute 10, and they've got 2 flashes, maybe 3 actually, and a molly remaining, but no smokes at all. That is sort of, it dictates it's going to be a pure contact play toward A here.
Absolutely. There's no other option available to them. It's just going to be flashes through the window, probably a molly towards castle, and then just trying to burst their way forward and overwhelm the defense. But 9 Pandas are so well set up to deal with this. They've got 3 players on the A site. They've just bunkered down on the bomb sites themselves. They aren't actually worrying about middle. Eventually, the B bomb site players, well, I guess they're relying on Shelfie, who's watching the cross right now. So they know for a certainty no one's flanking. There we go. First flash is through. Klax in position. We'll get a kill, but Krasnal with that hero AK, or the 1 AK, will find a double, then commits to the entry duty, and he falls to Idas balance, but the site has been taken in the meantime. You got Haji with the lurkin towards mid, and he's now going to activate after Vora gets that kill, but Diladez actually being proactive, playing ahead of the molly, has been able to find a frag. Vora won't get the plant, and 9 Pandas have locked down the defense.
Really nice there. Diladez with another kill to add to the tally. Early doors. He wants a nice, slightly prettier gun. He's found it. And Monte will get hit straight back on. Orp now comes out, of course, for Idas balance too. Klax, still the SMG, but not a big deal. Yeah, I think it was that utility that really came to the issue there for Monte. I've been a great enjoyer of seeing how well the individuals on Monte have shown, because it's kind of crazy, right? Like, when they had their old roster, they had periods of Krasnal looking like he was unbelievable, one of the biggest improvers from CSGO.
Right?
Exactly, one of the biggest improvers from CSGO over to CS2. Then Demka was kind of taking up a lot of the slack as well. I think he still kind of does, actually, to be fair to him. He's often popping up with some big sort of 3Ks, big multi-kill rounds, maybe even some 25 bombs as well.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Demka has been in phenomenal form, but my concern is that, you know, him and Krasnal were kind of like the support anchor players in that previous team. Yeah. You didn't look at Demka as the guy to be the one who was supposed to do most of the heavy hitting, and now him and Waro are the 2 best players on the team. And you've brought like Haji and Stiko in, you know, they're not star players either. So you've got a bunch of stable, you know, solid players on Monte, but I kind of feel like they might be slightly lacking in the firepower department, honestly.
Diladez wants all the ecos, but Glowing will nab a couple. No worries. They do keep those 2 AKs alive and all 5 players again, and it's kind of crazy how it switched around in the matter of just 3 rounds. First gun round comes in, they win 2 of them super comfortably, and Monte's looking very, very good. Monte need an answer back quickly, especially on T-side Anubis. Sound like a broken record calling this map, of course, so T-sided, but I guess it's important now to mention what I did earlier about that CT aggression, changing the meta slightly, trying to get CTs back into the action a little bit more. Very early doors, and it's working out for them right here, right now, in this all-important opening best of 1 to get you off to a good start in this round robin. so much Counter-Strike in the last
I know.
last few days, Matt. Like so many lapping games in North America, of course. Even though there's about like 4 separate tournaments on. EU have got like, of course, various online cups as well as these really important qualifiers in Challenger League. So it's a bit of a mess, but in a good way sometimes, and in a bad way as well.
It's a beautiful mess, though. It's just a Counter-Strike fiesta, and
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Or should I say festival? But I just Balance going to miss a key shot. That's going to cost him his life. He really needed to get that kill because the A bomb site is compromised. It's only Klax who's there right now, and he's got an MP9, so that is way less than ideal. Not going to be in his favor to take these longer range gunfights with the players coming through A main. That's why he's focusing on cameras right now, but they'll continue to edge their way forward, and Klax, he just could get caught in no man's land. It's going to be so tough for him to find more than a kill here. He doesn't even know which direction to look. And okay, you know what? Klax has been able to find 2. I'm not sure that's going to even persuade 9 Pandas to attempt the retake here. They might, but wouldn't mind the save here on Dilladez and Glowing.
Yeah, I mean, if they can win the duel against the lurk in mid, they know, of course, this is a very common possibility. But, yeah, I think you may be right. Good round for Monte to win. Klax really did try his best, like you say. And yeah, he actually played that to perfection, to be honest, considering the situation he was in, like you mentioned. I mean, very impressive to get to, and the fact that managed to use his movement speed with the MP9 for that second was great. And of course, it does give him a bit of extra bonus cash to reinvest into this round. They would have been fine anyway, but still.
Game on. Both teams been able to win themselves at least a gun round here. Scoreline leveled up. I wonder how many overtimes we're going to see today, Trav. I feel like we should take a guess at how many overtimes we're going to see in total across the 4 matches with the 4 best of ones we're going to cast here on the stream. Have a crack. What do you think? I'm going to say 6.
That's quite a lot.
I know, but I'm expecting a few of these games to go into like maybe 1 or 2 of them a double or a triple OT.
Okay.
We've seen so many OTs in best of ones, man.
I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay. All right.
Half of what you said. Why not be a little bit different? Mid play coming in pretty quickly. Krasnal, there we go. That's some of the entry work that I'd love to see from him in recent times. Switch to the A1S just in case there's another re-aggressor coming in. Doesn't want to commit to the reload, but I actually prefer he takes that AK back, to be honest, because he probably will need that instant headshot ability only on 25 HP. But now he's just going to be providing that sort of mid-lurk, that mid-presence that 9 Pandas know is still there. Dilladez looking to creep forward and try and remove him. And Anubis Round has taken Sticker in the meantime. And that's a good clear from Dilladez. Now down to Demko and Warrow. We know how incredible that duo has been for this team, but not on this occasion. And 9 Pandas will hit straight back.
Yeah, 9 Pandas have been consistently stacking up the defense on the A bomb site here. And that's something Monte might have to read into because they've been looking to apply pressure mid in a number of these rounds. And then from there, try and split into A through cameras. But 9 Pandas have shut them down a few times now, so I reckon Monte might have to try pressure that B bomb site, even if they want to go A, just to force a rotation. Maybe try draw a bit more utility out as well. But yeah, some more depth is going to be required here from Monte, I reckon. Won't see much in this round though. A little bit of util on Krasnal, hero AK on Voro. And a good chance for 9 Pandas to put 2 rounds between themselves and Monte. You know what I want to see for Monte? Now, obviously, Haji is, as far as we know, a stand-in. Maybe he's trialing. Let's get Simple and Monte. Let's get Simple and Warrow playing alongside each other. That would be, like, the craziest arc ever.
That really would be a wild one.
I mean, obviously, all the Twitter drama between them, and then Warrow knocking Navi out of the Paris Major.
Yeah, that really would be the full Monte.
Yeah, absolutely. It fits the bill, man. Just playing around for anybody who didn't detect the joke. Feel like I've got to
Just got to clarify sometimes, just in case.
Exactly. There we go.
We have no inside
One
information
flash.
whatsoever.
That's all Krasnal's got to try and get them in towards this B bombs. Like Glowing's here right now. Seen some good multis between himself and Villadez. Will they be able to keep the defense together? That's an important kill on Villadez, but Glowing indeed has got it locked down. Just runs out of ammo, so he does eventually lose his life, but it's not a problem. Balance arrives on the scene, and as expected, 9 Pandas go clear by 2.
And Glowing's really been the one, hasn't he? I mean, it's kind of crazy. We speak about Dilladez being super consistent. Maybe not. I think his LAN performances have been the question mark for him, but overall online he's been pretty consistent. Klax, of course, has been very public rumours about the possibility he could be taken by Cloud9, but I'm not sure if that's still coming to pass anymore.
I don't trust any of the rumours about Cloud9 anymore, honestly.
I know, right? It's kind of crazy. But Glowing, like, I mean, everyone sort of calls him the 30-year-old talent, right? And, well, he is, full stop. I mean, in the one game we did, of course, which was the final of that CCT event, that 3K with the Deagle he got.
Yeah, on Dust
2 was absolutely some of the most glorious Deagle work I've actually seen in a while. Instant 3 taps. Hang on a minute, though, for this round. 9 Pandas are going a little bit more aggressive. I mentioned about that CT aggression that they can put into place and change. Well, it looks like at the moment that they tried something, but Monte insistent on not giving them a thing in their T default. Very defensive T default, and knowing that what 9 Pandas have put forth, avoiding those positions and that aggression.
And it might actually lure 9 Pandas into a bit of a false sense of security, because Glowing tried to clear the ledge, tried to clear long, and didn't spot anybody, but Dilladez will step into Stiko's crosshair and take down that B lurker. So, that is some good information, but it doesn't look like it's actually the lurk. Monte are going to... Well, they got to make a decision as to where they're going to end up here. 37 seconds on the clock, not much time left in the round. Have got one smoke across the board, and it does look like it's going to be a B-bomb site finish, and that's exactly what 9 Pandas are reading into right now.
Good frag from Shelfie.
How did they even get past this fresh smoke?
Exactly. This is going to take another, like, 8 seconds or so off the clock. 10 seconds to get into the site. That is not going to be tasty, and that is probably why Shelfie goes for something a little bit cheeky. But was that necessary? 10 seconds. There are still 3 players here, though, and that is actually wild. Dilladez will take it, and with 3 seconds, they're just going to try and save. There could even be an after-time attempt here from Glowing. I actually like the idea of this for 9 Pandas, knowing that if they take down a couple of these Monte players, they could be on absolutely nothing in that next round, but doesn't matter. They've still got some cash built up, of course. It's worth the risk. They win it comfortably with 2 extra players on the site, and the third was rotating, of course, very, very quickly. And they have at least a tie on the half confirmed.
Yeah. Solid stuff here from 9 Pandas. They lost the pistol and the conversion, but they've won 6 of the 7 since then. And that's the value of holding onto your utility so late in the round. It's particularly difficult on the CT side of Anubis, because you really just try and delay the round and block off those choke points, but they were able to hold on to one of those smokes in towards the B bomb site, and ultimately they win the round off the back of that, because Monte just can't get through it, can't get past it. And they will have to just eco around these 2 saved guns. I mean, Stiko's fully invested. They get $3,400 if they lose this round here. So if they can't find like a bomb plant or some kills, then actually will be a few handicapped weapons going into the next round here for Monte.
Good flash. Pushes Balance off the angle. And of course, his support Klax has been forced off away. I think as well Demka actually saw a bit of that information. So I'm sure he's aware there might be 2 players on that angle. Krasnal has gone down. Balance is still firing off shots, trying to make something work. And Haji with that AK recovered. He's not had a good start to this game, sadly, Haji. 0 and 9. It's a painful one for him. And once again, can't get a possibility of a frag go his way. Only some chip damage. And Monte in this 4v5 will just probably try and desperately make sure they don't die after time, or try and get their loss bonus, because I think it's quite important at this stage, to be honest. They've got 2 players here to play off the back of each other. They know Glowing's here. Glowing has a few bullets left, and he takes down Haji nicely. And Shelfie is the insurance policy. Demka picks up the AWP on very low HP, but there's not much to do with this one. And they're just circling the site right now. 9 seconds. Actually a bit of a risk, but now Shelfie realizes, and Demka is not going to be long for this world. He's going to try a plant, but there we go. Another round for 9 Pandas on the CT side of Anubis. Very important in this best of one, of course. The first one in the round robin. Got 3 other matches going on, of course, and we'll keep you up to date about how these matches are going over the course of today. But 9 Pandas are looking sharp early doors here.
Yeah, they are. You know, just to touch on the Shelfie for C's change once again, we were only questioning the timing of the change, not the actual change itself, right? I mean, it is unequivocally a massive upgrade for 9 Pandas in terms of firepower. And this team is seriously cooking now. If they can keep all 5 of these players and of course, Fierce a part of the mix as well, then 9 Pandas have got a lot to look forward to in the future. Monte, though, because of the fact that 2 players stayed alive and Stico forced, they're going to have to just kind of go for a half by eco, and they move with pace in towards the safe bomb site. They've got a good opening kill as well. Plant should be secured. Itis Balance can't do anything. He's been smoked off. Flashes are great. Shelfie desperately trying to force the issue, but damage continues to come through for the T side. Eventually, Shelfie gets a frag back, but the trade train continues for this T side. And I feel like they should have enough space now for the bomb plant.
Yeah, right-click incendiary is going to be a little bit more awkward, though. And the time it's taken them to secure positions to safely get this bomb plant, it means that the rotation from 9 Pandas is here, very, very close. And they're ready to act immediately, not giving Demka any chance at all. He's forced wide into the fire and flames, and Dilladez takes the kill. 1 round left in this half, and 9 Pandas could have 9 on CT side.
Yeah, a bit surprising that Monte don't find the plant. Like you said, I think it's the incendiary that kind of locks Krasnal in there. But I guess it wouldn't really have changed this next round much. Maybe an extra piece of util or 2. But it is going to be a really important gun round for Monte because, as we've already said a few times, it's certainly a T-sided map. Not as T-sided as it once was, but absolutely like a 7-5 kind of thing for the Ts. And Monte, well, they've only won a single gun round here on Anubis so far. Can they find themselves a 4th round to work with? Haji has had a tough time, man. The entry fragger for Monte looking to just force his way into the round here, but Shelfie has the read. It's just about whether or not he gets the kill. And he does.
Shelfie's looking pretty nice. Early doors for 9 Pandas in this qualifier. Haji trying different things, and it's not working out for him, sadly. 1 and 12 right now. Krasnal looking to get control of E-Box, and he's got that. And I think unless he gets peppered by a couple of those incendiaries, then should be a nice position to play from to perhaps get his teammates together with him to go for a sort of a split. And hasn't really been much that has worked for Monte. The outside A defaulter in Demka will be shifting back away, and that's when Sticko goes for his duel. He'll take glowing nicely, and Krasnal pounces just through that Molotov before it does too much damage to him. So that's a nice way to go about it. Recovers it into a 3v3, but Itis Balance can rotate quickly and have another chance to pop off.
Yeah, you got to get the bomb plant here as soon as possible. As you say, Itis Balance has rotated around, won't be able to do anything about that plant. Flax is going to get forced in, or flashed into E-Box. He'll find a kill, but so much damage has been done to him and Shelfie. They'll now go for the double peek, but probably a little bit of too much space there between the 2 players. They were both low, so it's understandable why they didn't want to stack up on top of each other. But now Itis Balance wants to try and pick up a rifle. He'll walk into Warrior's crosshair, and Monte do find a very important 4th. Will that be enough? We'll find out after a short break.
comfort for 9 Pandas. They're going to get 8 on their CT side and a chance to take this opening best of 1 in the round robin against Monte. Monte don't look at the races really yet so far today. And 9 Pandas, I've been very impressed with what I've seen from them so far. Of course, with Shelfie in the mix. Couldn't make it through ESL Challenger League. But there's still this one more chance in this closed qualifier for the XX season of ESL Pro League.
Isn't it crazy that we're still using Roman numerals? Like, the overarching effect that they've had on civilization is just something else, man. Either way, just a little anecdote there. Something I do love. But, yeah, really important pistol round here for Monte. They were able to win the pistol round to start off the first half. Let's see if they can do it here in the second as well. Demka's been fantastic, but he's actually been the only player, okay, probably alongside Krasnal, who had some really good entries and important multi-kills in towards middle especially. But everybody else is going to have to pitch up here. Best of 1, MR12. There is no time to waste. You've got to be at your best from the word go.
Exactly. Clax in position. Going to aggress with Idis balance, and now they're going to pounce on toward this. Only the first 2 players, though, and the bomb is disconnected from the action because of that smoke. So Demka gets greeted with 2 kills. Force 9 Pandas into mid instead, and Sticko, he gets that information and smartly does not give up his life, knowing that keeping the advantage is important.
Oh, Krasnal's in such an important position, and he will find a vital kill there. Spots the 2 players dropping out the window, and so he'll relay the info through. Rotations come through thick and fast, and Monte will indeed find the second half pistol round as well. Good impact coming through from Haji. He had a very tough time in that first half, but 2 kills here to start off the campaign on the CT side might be what he needs to boost his confidence.
Hope so, for his sake. I mentioned that, you know, Haji, I really did like him as a player. Even way back when, of course, when he was playing on Envious, if you remember. I think it was the RPK Scream team, even, when he was on Envious, I'm pretty sure. Even way back then, I thought he was very underrated. These days, it's been a bit more of a struggle for him, of course. 3D Max, it went okay for him, but got dropped. Gravity's been looking really good on that team, and we will be seeing 3D Max 1 in this round robin best of 1 format, and later today on this very stream. So, looking forward to seeing what we'll see from them. And we'll get the Haji versus 3D Max matchup as our last game of the day. So,
the grudge match, baby.
Should be pretty fun.
Yeah, it kind of feels like with Haji, we just haven't seen him in a stable team since LDLC. I mean, he's been in other teams for a few months, but like never more than like 6 months. So kind of seems to just hit a ceiling and then they replace him with somebody else. So don't know if that's a reflection of him just not really able to gel with the team and feel very comfortable role-wise, and then he has to move on, or the team feels like they need to move in a different direction after they hit the ceiling. But yeah, hopefully he'll find a home here in Monte as we do get into the thick of things in the second half. The gun round is upon us. 9 Pandas look to maintain their lead, curate the strong position that they're in, because if they lose this gun round, the game is just wide open at that point.
Absolutely. Hey, pressure again from 9 Pandas. HEs will come over, but be a little bit too deep on this occasion. I believe that was the Rugs HE. Get through a little gap in the wall above the A main position, and in comes Dilladez. Pure entry work from him, and actually, he hasn't had to do any entry work because they've got control of the site due to the utility. And Clax has done so much damage through that smoke to Sticko. That must be so frustrating for Sticko that he hasn't seen a soul, and he's been taken down to 18 HP. He got the kill on toward Demka, thanks to Idis balance, and Sticko has no choice but to hop across the camera angle and probably go and save all 4 of these weapons.
Yeah, really good round. Really good round coming through from 9 Pandas, man. Just bursting in towards the A bomb site. Great entry from Idis balance. Very good util usage as well. It's a simple exec into that A bomb site, yet very effective. Monte relies so heavily on Demka towards that A bomb site. They put so much stock and value in him defending that A bomb site that they normally just play 2-2-1 and leave him there by himself because of what a strong anchor he is. But 9 Pandas, they say, yeah, we're not scared of your MVP anchor. We're going to head in his direction because we know if we get the kill, or even if we just trade him out, that it's going to be a really difficult retake for you. So might be something to just keep an eye on going forward into the rest of this half.
Good point. And Monte, hopefully they have enough to save to afford that full reinvestment thanks to the money they built up in the first couple of rounds. Klax is in that rugs position where that HE I spoke about earlier can often do so much damage.
This is a very important round for Monte. If they lose this round 10-6 and if they're not able to save any guns, they'll have to eco. And then at that point, 11-6, that's probably an unassailable lead for 9 Pandas. So there's just so much weight, there's so much gravity carried here by this gun round for Monte. They have padded up the defense towards that A bomb site. Steeko's joined up with Demka. Very passive angle held by Warrow in towards Temple. And 9 Pandas are just trying to pull attention towards that A bomb site, but that's not where they're going to finish off the round. They've actually used a lot of their utility, mate. They don't have any smoke grenades left remaining, just a couple flashes and a molly. So they're going to have to get the job done with some light util.
Klax has found some on the ground. I think they're preparing something outside.
Okay.
So he's got that one all-important smoke that could change things. Who knows? We'll see. 40 seconds. And I believe it'll be chance for 9 Pandas to work their way through mid. They've got full control of mid, and of course that's very important on this map. You can either go through Temple, go for a lurk to possibly get people to beat bomb site, but as you can see, Krasnal, he's trying his best, but he doesn't know which way to look. Look where Shalfie's got. He's holding the rotation right now, should get both kills, and he'll absolutely get that done. Through the X-ray and the minimap there, you could see Shalfie's position was absolutely perfect. Super impact from Shalfie, getting himself through that Temple smoke, taking a gamble, and it works out for him. Warrow 2k, oh, it may be a collateral, but it doesn't complete the kill on Idis balance, and this round will be 9 Pandas again.
Yeah, it was nearly Warrow 2 kill there with the collateral. He does inflict damage to Idis balance, but not the frag. And I just love that round so damn much from 9 Pandas. I'd love to just like clip that one back and then watch it on a Weatherman segment and just have someone break it down, because the way that they construct that round is actually masterful. The way they play a passive default out, and then they just apply a little bit of pressure A main. You know, Klax is constantly kind of just throwing a flash every now and again, keeping some pressure. And then they have that late util being thrown in towards the top of middle to smoke off Temple. And in the meantime, Monte have constantly felt that pressure throughout the round in A main. And they're thinking, okay, they're going to split through mid, and they're going to hit that A bomb site through cameras and through A main. That's why Warrow rotates from Temple through CT spawn to pad up the defense on the A bomb site. But it was all misdirection. 9 Pandas then hit B all of a sudden. They find that bomb site slightly less defended, and they make a great job of it.
Yeah, and Chalfie, great little awareness, as you mentioned, like to be able to get himself in a position like that in the mid round. Super, super cool. Little change up from 9 Pandas. Works brilliantly in an all-important round as well. Monte trying to get some aggression back in play. We saw 9 Pandas do this on their CT side. Warrow 2k trying to go for a kill, already takes damage a little bit, down to 68, and you can see the angle he's holding. A re-smoke to stop Dilladares from swinging them, hoping that Klax is going to show his face first. Klax, of course, knows that they have the ability to push past him on the lower angle. They've got a third smoke in play there to block off the canal stairs. Super awkward for Monte. They want to stick with this aggression so badly, knowing how critical it can be on this map and how much they need to find an answer back into this game. But 9 Pandas just keeping them at bay again with pure patience, it feels like.
Yeah, and Demka's alone right now, and there's a few different directions he has to consider, and he will find the kill. Does Dilladez trade? He does. That's a very big frag, but he takes so much damage in the process, and it looks like 9 Pandas now want to try and get themselves in towards this B bomb site, but this has been telegraphed. Monte are fully prepared for this. They've got all 4 of their players in towards that side of the map. There's no way. This is an impenetrable defense, and Idis balance, well, I don't even know if he's going to stay alive. No, absolutely not. And the aggression from Monte works out perfectly. Demka gets so much information he can relay through to his teammates, and 9 Pandas, they don't have the time to rotate back away from that B bomb site. So Monte, with some greater information, rotations, and then solid kills there to finish off the round.
Crazy how much utility it needs to make that play work for you, though, right? How many resmokes they had toward those canal stairs to keep hold of that position and keep Demka where he was with that MP9. We may have got traded by Dilladez, but the damage he did there was significant and impressive. Tactical timeout.
At least there's enough money here for 9 Pandas to buy into the next round, but they won't have any cash left in reserves. As for Monte, it wouldn't be enough money for them to buy either in the next round, so this is actually still a very important economical round in the grand scheme of things, especially in the best of one. Monte looking to fight back and recover the situation here on Anubis. It was a tough start to them. They went down 8-4 in the first half, but they've gotten things back on track since then, and if they can win this gun round, they'll feel like they're absolutely back into the game.
Smoke down. Boost, perhaps, for the orb. Idis balance. Very, very common one, this one now on Anubis. Stand will come through. Sticko doesn't want to face too much further, and he gets a rude awakening. And look at Dilladez creeping through on the timing while that boost was coming through. Works out perfectly in conjunction with the tag from Idis balance. But it is still a 4v4 because Warrior took his kill in the meantime too. And look at 9 Pandas, they're all stacked on top of each other in mid at the moment. I mentioned about how important mid control can be earlier. Just options to go through camera to A or through temple to B. We saw that Shalfi put himself in that position in that previous round in temple to hold off the rotations once they got themselves in toward B. Demka once again is pushed up into a very similar position as we saw in the last round. And with that AK, it works towards Shalfi, and that will force 9 Pandas forward to more of that mid control. But this time, Monte are very, very interested in holding the defense from that temple area. And they're actually going to re-aggress on the timing, but Warriors here as well. Good trade off the back of Haji going down, but he will spot them popping over that smoke in toward camera. It's going to be down to Demka. They know he was here. They'll see the trajectory of that flash, of course. Warriors going super aggressive on this, ahead of perhaps the play that perhaps 9 Pandas are expecting, and that's beautiful from Warro. It's all down to Idis balance, 1 versus 3. And he may have some utility, but how on earth does he isolate these fights? Headshot angle.
The smoke's on the bomb as well.
Yep. Oh, Demka will go down first. They are going to hold the defuse. I don't think he's going to be able to do much more. Yeah. That's a shame. It was a really nice first shot from Idis balance, but as soon as they get that kit onto the bomb, there's no way in.
Warro and Demka are just so damn good at this game, man. Like, Demka, the way he plays this A bomb site, if you're the A anchor on Anubis, just go watch a few Demka demos, and you'll have a very good idea of the most effective way to defend the bomb site. It does require aggression as well, which we saw from him. He's got great aim to make good of that forward position that he has as well. And then Warro, I love how proactive he is, you know, kind of getting through cameras earlier than what 9 Pandas expected. Meant he was able to take down Glowing as soon as he plants the bomb, and then he doesn't give that fight up to Idis balance either. He just jumps on top of the ledge there and avoids the wrath of the orb. So, great decision making, great discipline, and Monte draw within 2 should be able to reduce the gap to just 1 here as well, considering they're playing against an eco.
Game on. You mentioned your prediction of possible overtimes. Well, I'm not going to speak too soon, but Monte are certainly making their way back into this game. Important kill again, though. Oh, dear. And that is Idis balance getting caught by Demka, but Krasnal getting caught on the trade very poorly. Switching between 2 angles. Demka's down to 16 HP from his kill as well. Thankfully, Sticko has done all the work 3 kills back in response on that E-box lurk coming through, but Diladez has got a very winnable clutch ahead of him here. Sticko overfaces, and now it's only Demka with the recovered AWP. Swapped him as he was low HP. And this is all in Diladez's court now. He has time to get the bomb planted, and Demka's only option might be a big flank to try and keep it unpredictable. But Diladez, 21-9 in this game, could win a huge clutch for his team. Oh,
Drop down has to have been heard. It is, and Diladez is going to reposition. He knows, I don't want to give this fight to Demka. Demka's hoping that maybe Diladez was a bit far away to hear the drop down, but information absolutely gained. Demka, is there a kit for him to recover? Edging his way forward, he tries to jump up on the ledge, and that offers up his life to Diladez. A 1 versus 3 clutch coming through from the rifler. What a massive impact. I mean, it was looking so good for 9 Pandas on the eco initially to get into that B bomb site, but then Stiko gets a triple kill from E-box, and it looks like the job's done. But very good attention to detail from Demka. He realizes the first player that he kills in towards Temple wasn't the man who had gotten a kill earlier on in the round there from the CT's perspective. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to the kill feed. He knows, okay, it's Demka last alive. He was Temple, and he just plays the situation so well from there.
yeah, just a comedy of errors, sadly, there for Monte. Hadji gets completely caught by the pistol immediately. Krasnal can't complete the frag on 1. Gets taken down without much at all. Only a bit of chip damage. Sticko has to be that hero, like you said. And then slightly overfacing an E-box, of course. Coming back through Canal after his good work with the triple kill. Maybe he's thinking, well, I still need to keep an eye on him, right? I need to keep an eye on where Diladez could possibly be going. So I get the thought process, but it gives up the opportunity, and so low is Demka. And without that kit, and that's probably why he dropped into water to try and find a kit, but he couldn't even find that and couldn't find the round either. 9 Pandas can really put the opening nail in the Monte coffin in this round.
Yeah, true. Lose this round as Monte, it's almost certainly game over. You look at the finances, it is bleak. 5-7 MP9 for Mas. The 3 handicapped weapons right now for Monte. And it looks like Klax wants to try an entry in towards A main here. It's Stiko and Demka, 2 of the weaker weapon players, to try and make something happen. The flash is good. Stiko at least gets the trade, but 9 Pandas aren't going to mind that. They're still going to commit to the exec. Do they respect the smoke? I don't think they can afford to, but as Stiko throwing a molly, I don't know. It doesn't matter, because he finds 2 kills regardless. And that's certainly going to give his team a fighting chance. They've got the numbers advantage here on the retake, and Warrow, he's going to force the issue as well. He's just a criminal at the moment. Eventually, Idis Balance will trade, but he's taken damage, and it looks like he's trying to fall back to see if there's somebody on the flank, but the bomb's been dropped on the site. It's not activated either. And I don't think there's any way back into this round for Idis Balance.
Oh, back and forth between these 2 teams. We thought it'd be close. We thought it'd be exciting, and it certainly is. Sticko is only 13-13 in this game, it has to be said. But remember, all-important quad kill in the opening pistol of the map. Really important triple in the previous round, which unfortunately doesn't go rewarded as slight errors came through for Monte overall. But a huge triple in this one, which absolutely does secure the round for his team. Massive from Sticko, with just that FAMAS as well. And then Warrow, as you say, being an absolute menace up in the heavens, dropping down, denying the bomb plant immediately, knowing that if he can just get that 1 kill, even if he goes down straight away off the back of it, he's done his job. He certainly did.
Yeah, massive impact coming through from Stiko there. And I don't think you can really fault 9 Pandas' approach after they get the kill on Klax, the kill on Demka. They realize we've got to force the issue. We've got to get into the A bomb site. I think going through the smoke was the right play there, but they needed the instant trade on Stiko, and then Warrow, he's the one who secures the round with his aggressive play. 9 Pandas going to empty their pockets here to buy up around the AWP. And Monte, well, they've earned themselves a position in the game by winning that sort of hamstrung buy.
Such a knife edge right now. Up and down, all around like a roller coaster.
Exactly as we expected. No surprise there, right?
Yes, sir. And it's going to continue that way, of course, as well. If you want to keep in touch, of course, with other games that could be happening for Monte today, we'll have 2 more of theirs on this particular stream. Monte versus Paravision and Monte versus 3D Max to come. The BA ones.
Oh, no.
Ooh, Sticko. I just praised him, but he's been caught off. Looked a bit amateurish there, sadly, Sticko. That's a huge kill. There needs to be a response from Monte. It's only damage through the smoke. Demka's going to try and be a little bit of a nuisance, and he actually plays that one really, really nicely against Klax. He's now got teammate behind him as well for support on this big flank, but the bomb will go down on A.
Glowing's also got a flank coming through at the moment, and Idis Balance, well, he's the most important piece here in this post plant. Gonna be a double peek. How does he navigate the situation? He's burning alive.
Wow.
That's gonna force Dilladez to try to make a play, and Monte, despite the fact that they lost Deco, the first frag in the round, they've actually made it look easy from there. Glowing is like, yeah, there's no way for me to win this, but I don't think he actually wants to stay alive here, you know, because he's not gonna get any money. Oh, he will, of course. The bomb. Okay, bomb defused. I'm cooked. That's okay. We'll just let that one slide. Either way, 9 Pandas let the round slide. Double digits for Monte. Great play from Demka, the way he forces the issue through the smoke there. Catches Klax off guard. And just all the pieces falling into place thereafter for the CT side.
Great recovery from Monte. Gotta mention how important Demka's 2 kills were as well. It's a good day so far. We're making friends in chat, and we've got a great game to watch.
Yeah. And there's a lot of great games coming our way as well. It is a festival of Counter-Strike today. 4 different streams running concurrently. We got, what, 16 best of ones lined up for today?
I believe so.
That
sounds like 4 times 4 to me. Listen,
just needed to check in there.
I did my times tables when I was young. It's the main thing I did on my own. Made sure that that's the important thing in life. All those long fractions and equations, unless you're going to be like some scientist, who needs that?
Yeah. I remember my teacher in grade 4 or 5 always said, you're not always going to have a calculator with you. Little did they know. Smartphones were going to become a thing. Yeah, exactly. Where are you at now?
Crazy.
Where are you at now, Miss Hartley?
I'm going to give props to my maths teacher, though. I did have one to make sure I understood adding, multiplication, division, all the stuff that I actually would need in everyday life, maybe every now and then. Benny, shout out. Man. Hope you're well.
Bodmass will carry you through.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the numbers
Monte looks
are easy to add up here.
Exactly. Monte looks like these numbers are looking very good for them at the moment.
5v3.
5v3. Just 3 Deegs to remove from the equation. And we're going to be locked at 11 all. The 14-14
this is going to overtime,
of CS2.
By the way. Already getting our first overtime of the day here. Calling it now. For anyone who missed it, I predict at least 6 overtimes. Not just in this map, but we've got 4 matches on today's stream, and I think we will have plenty of overtime. Especially in MR12, these best of ones are always just so cutthroat, so closely contested. Especially when you've got such even matches on top of it all as well. No easy games today.
Nice shot, Idis Balance, but it could be all they find in this round. Warro's got the USP out, knowing that there's not much armor involved. And no helmet for Idis Balance means that that is the kill for Warro. And Monte fighting back to an 11-11. 9 Pandas need to find an answer on T side, otherwise we could be in for a great little comeback from Monte. I was very impressed with the start from 9 Pandas. When you get an 8-4 CT half, especially on Anubis, you think that's, well, over half the job done.
Basically. It is in most cases, but it's certainly been a strong showing on the CT side here from Monte as well. And the winner of this round get themselves to match point. And if it's Monte who get up to that 12th round first, then look at the money for 9 Pandas. It's going to be pretty bleak, so there's a very realistic chance that Monte could rob 9 Pandas blind here. 9 Pandas have only won 3 rounds on their T side so far. They have to win this one here, Trav.
Control again for 9 Pandas. It's been the main thing they've been trying to put forth, it feels like, on their T half. But this is really big from Idis Balance. He gets away with that second kill on the Haji with 3 health to spare. Haji gets his one, but it's not been a good
Oh,
game for
no.
him. And Clax, that's a gorgeous shot on Worro. This is now a really important duel for Sticko. And he will find Shalfie, but he's down super, super low off the back of it. There's going to be a smoke in play. I Disbalance, though. Oh, he's just running forward, but before the
blood?
smoke's bloomed. Hello, I Disbalance. What's that all about? That could be a critical error. He goes down, it drops the bomb on the floor. Clax has to pick it up and recover, but now it's back into a 2v2. And Demka, he knows exactly where Clax is now. Sticko is going to wait behind that smoke for Demka to do something. There is a kit to pick up for Demka in front of him as well. He's bypassed it, actually, which could be a bit awkward later on. Who knows? That could come back to bite Monte. They're going to check out the site. You're playing behind the pillars. It's going to be too difficult for Demka to react to. And Dilladez gets last 2 kills on the board. 24 and 12, 2 KD for him. And 9 Pandas get the first map point and, of course, match point.
That is such a big round coming through from Dilladez in the post plants in particular, because he's the one who goes and clears the space where Sticko was originally. He takes the control towards long at that B site, and that's what catches Monte completely off guard on the retake. So really big play coming through from Dilladez, and 9 Pandas are going to breathe a massive sigh of relief that they've been able to win that round and secure OT at the bare minimum. Can they cap it off here in regulation? It's not going to be easy. At least Monte have a full buy at their disposal here to try force it into overtime. But that is a huge play. I mean, think about it. Monte decides to get aggressive B main for the first time here in the half. And they both go down on the aggression, right? And it just falls apart from there. So, not great, unfortunately, for Monte. But there's still a chance here, of course.
Very much is. Shalfie lining up his utility, but maybe he's in the midst of discussing what to do next, of course. The new IGL for 9 Pandas have always been a big enjoyer of what Shalfie can do individually as well. Look at this setup. Krasnal and Haji together. In toward E-Box, just jiggling is Krasnal. Dilladez and Clax also basically have a little bit of a crossfire together. Now utility will get thrown in 45 seconds, all coming down to this for 9 Pandas, and that's a great entry from Dilladez. Needs to be a trade though, and Haji, maybe at exactly the right time, he's stepping up for his team. He gets 2 and upgrades to the AK, but he can't get more done than that, and now Monte are locked behind these site smokes. Glowing. Oh, so much damage getting done through smokes. Worro gets 1 more, and in comes Demka. It's down to Glowing, and he can't get anything done at all. It's an overtime we've got between Monte and 9 Pandas. God damn, Hayes, you were right.
Well, called it, mate. It was written in the stars all along. What a way for Haji to come alive as well. Such an important double kill there to keep Monte in it. His teammate goes down initially, but then he frags out like a madman. Rotations came through thick and fast from Monte, and we wiped the slate clean, baby. Into overtime we go in the first game of the day. Color me surprised. You can't, because I am already.
What's the color of surprised?
It's like all the colors combined into one.
Okay. So, like, grey, probably.
Brown.
Yeah. When you mix paint together and it's just like all just goes brownie in the end, sadly.
Oh, mate.
Anyway, this is a great game, and Glowing is going to try and kick off things. His numbers haven't been as great as he would have wanted in this game, but a great entry from him this time, and Worro is the man to be removed. He finds Krasnal too, off camera. Shalfie has got another T-side AWP in play here, it deserves to be said. Not something you see too often. Oh, he actually gets one. That's huge. Demka, yeah, I've got the instant trade, but just secures so much more for 9 Pandas. The fact that Shalfie's able to get one there. With a cheeky secondary AWP on the T side. Glowing will remove Haji as well as he tries to keep himself alive to the back of the site. Haji does not look switched on in this game, sadly. A bit slow on that defense there as well with his utility. And Demka is down to 45 health against 3 players. This is not going to be happening, even with how good he's been playing.
I feel like it is currently Dilladez versus Demka. Outside of that, everybody's struggling on the server. I mean, Worro has had quite a bit of impact himself. But on the 9 Panda side of the server, you need your regular candidates to pitch up as well. You know, people like Glowing. People like Idis balance as well. You know, these guys routinely some of the strongest fraggers. Of course, Plax held in very high regard, but we just haven't seen the level we've come to expect out of 9 Pandas, especially on this T side. Big impact out of Glowing, though. Those 3 kills were monumental. 9 Pandas will pull ahead once again. Good way to start off in overtime.
Nine Pandas couldn't get it over the line in regulation, but that all-important opening round in OT. Of course, a reminder for all of you out there who are Monte supporters, this is the place to be if you're a Monte fan today. There's only going to be one other of the best of ones in the 4 we've got today. That will be on a different stream. We've got Monte versus Paravision coming up next. Our 3rd game of the day will be 9 Pandas versus Paravision. So again, if you're a 9 Pandas supporter, you've got a couple of games here. And Monte versus 3D Max will be our last best of 1 of the day. We do it all over again tomorrow to complete the round robin. We've to find our 2 teams to get through to the semi-final bracket. Alongside Buahi, the Hungarian team. And ex-Guild Eagles, of course, who made it through by winning some regional tournaments.
Yeah.
They get the bye because the teams we've got here from EU ECL didn't win anything. They didn't qualify through ECL, so they don't deserve that bye.
Yeah, there were 2 shots up for grabs in the ECL playoffs. And those spots were taken by Movistar Koi and
Sangal.
There we go. I even cast the game, but mine is just occupied. Either way, that means there's 1 spot up for grabs for the 10 teams, right? 8 teams here in the round robin and the 2 teams you mentioned in the playoffs that are already waiting in the wings. 10 teams, Trav, with 1 spot. Of course, there's still a spot up for grabs with the winner from Challenger Yongshiping and then from the ESL ranking as well. But you don't want to rely on those factors. You want to get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And 1 last chance. An online tournament, I guess you could say, as well. We've discovered and decided quite a lot of the qualifiers now. I think Red Canids are one of the teams alongside Imperial to make it through from South America. I think Wildcard made it through in North America. Pretty cool result for them.
Yeah, my boy Sonic.
Hell yeah. Glowing, looking to entry. There we go, Glowing. Warrow's down again to the hands of Glowing. And they've got so much positional control now on this B side. Haji's trying to provide some sort of covering fire. Krasnal, though, has to do it all. And oh, he so nearly takes Diladez. Somehow, 1 HP on Diladez. Haji will take Shelfie as well, which makes this ever more difficult. That nade might just catch him, and it's not close at all, but it's just that 1 pixel of shrapnel that needs to be hit. And the nade will find him. Sticko finds the last. Another really important triple kill from Sticko in this game. He's made some mistakes, but he's made some round-winning plays as well.
Yeah, that flank there, perfectly timed from him. Gets the first kill initially, and then able to really just affect the retake in a big way as well, coming through E-Box. Big multi-kill scoreline leveled up once again. Remember, in regulation, both of these teams won 8 rounds on their CT side to get us to overtime. So that kind of says coming into overtime, you need 2 rounds on the CT side here. We're going to have to see if Monte can make it happen. I feel like we've just seen a lot of the same rounds here from 9 Pandas trying to finish off towards the B-bomb side, constantly splitting their way through. Haven't seen much pressure middle at all or trying to get control of A main. I feel like they could be doing more in these rounds.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. A little bit lost for ideas, perhaps so late in the game. Of course, they've been on T side for a long time now. Something I always like to remark on, of course. You don't flip sides when we get to the first half of overtime. If we get there, we have to get to a 2-1 or a 3-0 first. Who is going to take that 2-1? Will 2-1s breed more 2-1s? Let's see. Important round to get that edge. Whoopsie doodles. Aye,
I
aye.
think that was the plan. Probably not the lineup.
And I mean, I was going to say maybe it matters slightly. It actually doesn't. I was thinking about the M4s on the CT side and the fact that there would now be one-hit headshots on Shelfie and Dilladez, but they've got 3 AKs recovered anyway, have Monte, so it's not the end. It's not a problem at all. Same result. And of course, the double AWP on Demka as well. The duo, the long-term Monte duo on the 2 AWPs. Shelfie's got control in mid, and he'll see the defensive utility that Monte have to put down. Again,
yeah, 9
very
Pandas.
similar.
We are seeing a different start to the round, or a different position they've gotten themselves into now. 3 players in mid. The question is, where do they go from here? Looks like eventually they're going to try and split their way through A, and there could be a bit of conditioning, because we saw a similar round from 9 Pandas in regulation, where they then faked this exact play and went B. This time they will go A, but Monte, they haven't switched up the defense at all based on what happened in the past. Waro remains rooted on the safe bomb site, and with good reason. Fantastic double kill coming through from him. The molly from Idis Balance is good to enable his teammates to come through A main, and he even gets a kill on Stico as well. Haji's flanking, but Haji's dead. Great clearance from Clax. There's more where that came from, though. It's going to be Krasnal to try do what Haji wasn't able to. He finds one, but doesn't expect Idis Balance to force the issue. And I love the way that Idis Balance plays that. Stepping out into the open is what catches Krasnal off guard.
Yeah, really nice play there from 9 Pandas to recover that one. Roro 2K did so much work. And even his repositioning wasn't too bad either. And I really thought Krasnal was super set up for that clutch once he was that second flanking player. But Clax was smart enough to double check it. Did some damage, but it was Idis Balance to close it out. And as you so rightly say, peeking first when perhaps Krasnal is not expecting him to swing, expecting him to try and get into an after plant position rather than go straight for the fight. And that gets 9 Pandas a 14-13. The HUD does bug out a little bit when we swap sides, so bear with the logos. Should swap in a second.
No logo on the foam, love. That's
Look
a
at this,
future
though.
reference, such a niche reference. But yeah, you're right. There is a big setup from Monte bursting towards the safe bomb site. It's only Idis Balance here. Flash off. His shift walks backwards. Incendiary deployed is going to kind of separate a couple of the players, but that's certainly not going to slow Monte down. And Idis Balance has no support. He has to do it on his own. Misses that second shot. Tries to drop the smoke to give himself some cover, but it's not going to work. Clax wants to get ahead of the game, pushing through the smoke, but he goes down as well. Monte assume full control, and they're going to level up the scoreline again.
Or are they? Hang on a moment. Ooh, I think they will now. That cut kill could have perhaps recovered things, but Dilladez can't get anything done. And we're still locked together in this opening best of 1. Would you have it any other way? Such an important qualifier, such an important opening game in a round robin BO1 format. 9 Pandas and Monte cannot be separated. Demka up to 27 now. Dilladez 26. I mentioned it was a bit like Demka versus Dilladez, but been lots of important factors for everyone on this team. Both sides. Idis Balance really trying his best. In that previous round, sadly to no avail. Just touched the edge of that Molotov, meant he couldn't do anything more. And it looks like Monte are going to try and keep the pace pretty high here. There's going to be a counter incendiary, but that can be blown up pretty quickly. A flash through that smoke, and Idis Balance, he's so very stuck. Clax needs to help out, but in comes Dilladez. Oh, it's almost 2, and Clax can't get a second. Shelfie very, very quick on this flank, though. Does it checked by Waro? It is, but the shot is missed. And they know where Glowing is as well. But look how close Haji is to the smoke. Oh, it's horrible timing. And Shelfie took Sticker in the meantime. It is going to be 9 Pandas with another match point.
Oh my god, I can't believe how that round's actually unfolded. It's looking so good for Monte initially on the entries into the B bomb side. But 9 Pandas just keep putting pressure. They keep forcing the issue. Pushing through smokes as well. So brave there, but it was absolutely the correct play to make, and Monte just couldn't keep the composure amongst all the chaos in the thick of things. 15-14, 1 round now between these two teams. Monte has to do it again. They've got to win this round to force it into overtime, as was the case in regulation. This time, 9 Pandas are on the CT side to try to finish off the job. Oh my god, spam through the smoke is so close. Haji, though, he'll come alive. Takes Idis Balance down, but Shelfie, the snake in the grass, lurking in the smoke. He goes undetected for now. He's got 3 players with their back turned, and he's taken them all down.
Oh, wow. That's a game-winning play from Shelfie. It's down to Warrior and Demka, the main duo for Monte, but surely this is beyond them. What a play from Shelfie. It's all down to those sort of cheeky moments in overtimes, right? The game's been going on so long, you need to try and do something different. Try and keep your opponents guessing. Try and be completely unpredictable. That's exactly what Shelfie was there. That was gorgeous. Now, Warrior and Demka need to boost in mid with a minute to go. I think they realise that this one could be done. 9 Pandas in this round robin best of 1. Could be taking their first win. It's a good HE as well. Actually chunks them down so much. Dillardez gets one more and glowing peaks to help out his teammate. It's a brilliant last round from 9 Pandas and a very entertaining game overall. Good stuff between these two, but it'll be 9 Pandas just to edge to that 1-0 to start off this particular best of 1 stage.
Feels like it's the deserved result there for 9 Pandas. I mean, they were in the lead throughout the entire